Hello, and welcome to this first ever video presentation created by Paul W. Short II, a graduate student in the master's program in counseling at Oakland University. This project was created for CNS 530 under the direction of Dr. Thomas Bloom. During this video, we will bring you a report on the paper that I typed in regards to bullying and bullying type behavior in high schools. Being that I was a victim of bullying in my freshman and sophomore years of high school, I felt that it was an issue back then and is still an issue now. In the following video presentation, I will discuss a roundtable meeting that I had with 6 local high school girls in regards to bullying and bullying type behavior in their school. The video presentation will culminate with an interview with Lisa Higgins, a St. Clair High School guidance counselor. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This discussion of the video presentation will be concerned with the roundtable discussion I had with 6 high school girls. They were given an 8-question questionnaire with questions ranging from whether or not they had been picked on in high school to what teachers and students and parents can all do to prevent bullying type behavior from occurring. I have selected 3 of the 8 questions that I feel help give insight to the research that I have already done on the topic of bullying and generated valuable discussion with the girls that can be used in everyday life. Question number 3. Describe what types of students in your school are more likely to be bullies or exhibit bullying type behavior, and then, alternately, describe the students who you feel are most likely to be picked on. In speaking with the girls from the local high school, most of them referred to the bullies as students who have everything. Now, this could range from being popular in school, to being a star athlete, or to just being the kid who has a Range Rover or an iPod. Just basically any kid that they felt was superior to others were the ones who exhibited bullying type behavior. Alternately, for the kids who are picked on, it was more likely around the issues of them just kind of being smaller and not having the things that the bullies themselves had. So most of the stuff that they see in the hallways is surrounding issues of, kids not having an iPod, or kids not wearing the same type of clothes as them, or kids not driving the same type of car as them. Maybe even as far as saying, academic teasing, in the classroom, where if somebody smart makes a comment, there might be an athlete in the back of the class calling them a nerd or a dork. Or, in the opposite direction, if a student says something in class that is perceived as ignorant or stupid, kids would jump on them and call them stupid or dumb in class and embarrass them in front of the classroom. The girls also made it clear in our discussion that most of the bullying that takes place in their high school environment stems from verbal bullying, which the research has shown is more common with girls, so that in itself does make sense. But they also made it a point to say that boys aren't engaging in that physical bullying that is a common stereotype among adolescent boys. The girls also made it a point to discuss the kids that are picked on are usually only the ones that can't seem to do anything about it, or the ones that are smaller than other people. Also the ones that are classified as quote-unquote weird to the rest of the popular kids in the high school. Question number 7 in regards to bullying behavior asked, are the students who you consider to be bullies properly punished for their bullying type behavior, if they are punished at all? Now this was very interesting for me, because in my high school, you could see bullying going on, and it wasn't very often that a teacher or, even another student got involved with what was going on. And the girls really seemed to reiterate those facts to me, that there are only certain teachers in the school that when seeing students exhibiting bullying behavior will step out and punish said students. Being that it is a private high school, there are other issues that also come into play with regards to maybe a student's position in the class, a student's position on an athletic team, or maybe the amount of money that said parent's family is giving to that school that also plays into whether or not that person is properly punished. When I asked the girls whether or not they felt that it was in regards to a person's, socioeconomic status or place on the athletic team, the girls responded resoundingly yes, that those are things that aren't well publicized in their school, but are commonly heard through the grapevine as reasons why kids aren't getting into trouble for the behavior they are presenting at school. When further pressed on the issue of faculty members not being involved in bullying type behavior, or with the students being involved in bullying type behavior, The students made it clear to me that it was obviously only the younger teachers that were stepping in to resolve issues of bullying that they saw. They said that most teachers are generally older and either aren't paying attention when they're walking down the hallways, choosing to ignore the problem, or keeping their doors shut during lunchtime hours and after school hours when most of the bullying is occurring in the hallways or in the schools. When I asked the students if they thought the teachers should get more involved, they said yes. I mean, why wouldn't teachers want to punish kids for behaving badly? Question number 8. What can teachers, counselors, parents, and students alike do to prevent kids from becoming bullies or exhibiting bullying-type behaviors? When asked this question, the girls really had a problem coming up with a concrete answer. One of the girls has suggested a diversity day in which everybody comes together regardless of socioeconomic status or race or ethnicity to learn about another person's life and personal history in order to combat common stereotypes that might be associated with bullying-type behaviors. Some suggested that teachers and parents do a better job of reaching out to students that they see that are victims of bullying or exhibiting bullying-type behaviors in order to nip this problem in the bud. And along with the research that I did with my paper, this rings true, as most bullies are commonly driven away from bullying when they can be given a positive role model or just something positive to do after school, whether it be participation in a football team, a Boys and Girls Club, or even the Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts. When asked if they felt that their counselors could do more, they just said that really counselors should just be there to help the kids that are getting picked on, and also there to be discipline and recommending discipline, to the students who are exhibiting this type of behavior, because they feel that most of the bullies sort of go unpunished, and it's the lack of punishment that allows the bullying type of behavior to continue. So, in closing with this question and with the research, in order to prevent bullying type behavior from occurring, there needs to be Diversity Day presentation so that we can all come together as one instead of being 5 to 6 or 7 to 8 different ethnicities. Instead, we can all be the same person with no differences other than the fact that we might have been born in another country or our parents were born in another country. And also, you really want to look towards the parents to foster positive development in their children. More commonly, the research shows that these students who are doing the picking on go home to either a one-parent household, a household where they have to be a father, or just a household that lacks a positive male role model because, their father might be incarcerated or their father just might not be around. So really what I would like to touch on is with anybody, girls and boys alike, positive female and male role models in a child's life can help curb this type of behavior and can just help the school environment to be more pleasant for all. And there's just one last quick thing I would like to touch with you on the roundtable discussion I had with these girls. Another thing that can influence the bullying behavior that's exhibited in schools is the school environment in itself. During my research for my paper, I came across a study of Italian middle schools and high schools across the seas in Italy. And they handed out questionnaires, and basically the point I'm trying to make is the more positive students view the high school or middle school environment, the more positive feelings that are likely to come out of these students, and therefore they are less likely to exhibit bullying behavior when they can enjoy being in their school. I would like to take this time to give a special thank you to the 6 girls who participated in my questionnaire research experiment. The information you've given me is invaluable in my endeavor to become a high school counselor. Taking this information into my future, it can only benefit me into knowing the insights of high school culture and of bullying culture. Thank you, ladies. And coming up next, an interview with Lisa Higgins, a St. Clair High School guidance counselor.